And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. Right now it's about 5:35, June 6th. We're starting early. I know I said 6 o'clock, but damn it. Anywhere between a half hour to up is where I should, next time. But it's just, I got my stuff done early today, and I was like, damn it, I got an extra half hour. I'm just going to be sitting here doing nothing, So, what the hell happened? I just lost my screen. Hold on a minute. There it is. Apple computers are scary. All right, welcome back again. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'll get the disclaimer out of the way. I know I'm here real early. Veronica's here, XRP Daddy. Oh, Judge Sangha. He usually has to go to sleep at this time because in England it's probably midnight or something. Judge Sangha gave a donation to the channel. Started buying 2 years ago when I first found your channel and started to accumulate. And now, even if we hit the worst case scenario and XRP hits only $100, I'm still going to be a millionaire. Thank you. We're going to talk about some things. I'm still in the intro phase where I got to do my disclaimer stuff. So thanks for your donation and your comments and a regular viewer on the channel. You're going to be successful. I know that. My name's Crypto Hulk. I'm not a crypto advisor, not a financial advisor. I'm not a lawyer. Don't listen to a word I say on this channel. Everything's a complete lie. All right? It's just my opinion. It means nothing. Don't do anything I tell you. Always do what's legal. Got that out of the way. Now, for those of you that are here, every few days or so, really, unfortunately, I have to tell you this. You have to go into your subscribe section and unsubscribe my channel and then resubscribe right back. Then you go into your notification section, click out of all, put it on silent or something, then put it back on all again, okay? That's the games we got to play on this channel because certain people don't want you to see this program. It's dangerous. All right, got that out of the way. Okay. Today's program is about Codius. And it's been like a little, I'm not going to say a secret, kind of. It's more like a mystery, okay? If they meant for everyone to know about Codius, they'd have stuff up on websites where you can just learn all about it and learn everything about it. But it's something kind of a mystery. Now, I have, like I said, a couple people that are really good researchers on this platform that I kind of know in a way. I asked, hey, do you got the Codius white paper? Oh, yeah. One person sent it to me. It was a fake one. And this person's very, very smart, knowledgeable. It has the basics of what Codius is in it, but it's not the official white paper. It's kind of like a portion of it. And the fonts were all to see. I have the original text. I posted that up on my Twitter and my Facebook. So my name on Twitter and Facebook is like Crypto Hulk. And you can find me there. And I posted just the front pages of it to show you what a real white paper looks like. Then somebody else sent me, I have a few people sending me the white papers. The other one's clearly a fake. And I'm not going to mention the person's name that had it on their channel because all these people get all butthurt and shit about me telling the truth. But so it's just, I'm going to explain it to you how I see it. And again, I'm a basic crypto channel. Tonight's show, it's going to get really, really technical. I'm going to make it as easy as I can. I'm going to go over most of what Codius is about. Okay, there's some parts in there that if you're not a developer, it really doesn't make any sense for me to go over like IP39, just whatever these things are, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not an analyst. I'm not a developer. My job is to teach you the basics. That's all we need. Just the basics for you to get really rich, okay? And not just that, to protect your investment. The goal on this channel is not to get the biggest investment. It's to have the most protected, good, solid investment, okay? Because what good does it do to have, if your XRP or whatever cryptos you want your Algorand or something to hit 10 million bucks or whatever, but then the government takes it because you didn't have it in hardware wallet. See? So my channel is different. We're not going for the biggest gains. We're going for, it's not who makes the most, it's who keeps the most, okay? That's how my channel is based, all right? So I think that might be all the housekeeping I got to do. I got a Facebook channel now that I have for a backup. I posted a short video today just for the heck of it. And I might have used some pictures. And then the Twitter, those are the kind of two I'm the most on. And I've got a couple others. One of them's called StreamYard. I got to work on StreamYard a little more to get that up and going, but I'm kind of moving along here. And I got some Woodford Reserve. It's a little, compared to the Angel's Envy. I like Woodford Reserve because when you drink that, you know you're drinking a good whiskey. The other ones, but Hulk, it's Monday night. Yeah, it's a fucking bitch, too. Got to start early. Early in the week, right? So I'm going to go ahead and check. All right, so we're going to go ahead in on this. Now, I want to warn you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a general overview at first. We're going to go over the first page, which is like the introduction. Then we're going to go over the conclusion, okay? And then I'm going to start in on like the meat and potatoes of what Codius is exactly, kind of. And it's not going to be complicated because I'm going to break it down pretty good. Don't get overwhelmed with technical terms or whatever. And the key thing is, well, what I really don't want is a bunch of people trying to explain some of the shit that I'm going over, because what's going to happen is you're going to spend 10 minutes explaining shit and they're going to miss out on 10 minutes of program just to understand one concept that they don't even need to understand, okay? So I'm going to go over technical shit. I'm going to explain it. If you don't get it, it doesn't fucking matter, okay? For those that are more high-tech, then you'll get it and you'll understand it. Some of those that are low-tech like me, I won't get it, and frankly, I don't fucking care. As long as I'm making millions of dollars, then that's cool, all right? That's how I think. Now, some people are really interested in whatever, so that's why I'm doing this. So we're going to get up to kind of mid-level advancement, okay? Instead of basic stuff like I normally do, today's show is going to be more mid-level, maybe medium-high-ish, maybe, somewhere in that range. So I'm giving you a warning, but it's an educational channel. I want you to, now this might be for somebody who's really technical. Maybe you got friends or something you want to send the video to. This will be a very teaching type video. So if you were to be like at a community college and it's blockchain or Codius 101 kind of a thing, it's like your first week or 2 or 3 of Codius class. Actually, first day. But they're going to go over, I'm going to go over like concepts and stuff that most of you I can break it down pretty good. And the stuff that I can't quite explain, I'll just lie out of my ass, all right? Mando 8519, here to learn from the best. Thank you for your hard work. Hey, I try, man. Honestly, okay, now, hey, some people can read a 15-page white paper. I call it a research paper, but not really quite. Although they were in the research phase when they were doing all this and stuff. But let's just call it a white paper just because. And I must have had to read through it like three times at least to just kind of understand this thing. And I think I halfway get it, all right? I understand the big picture, so that's what we're going to go over first. So after that, if people want to like just go off and go to some other channel. But and I understand, you guys are busy and you got lives and stuff. For those of you that want to stick around, we're going to beast through it. I must have put in probably, before making this show, 4 hours on this article, something like that. Read it at least 3 times. Then the first time I looked at it, I was just all kinds of, I was just lost. And then about 2 to 3 more times I read it again to kind of understand, because I don't know anything about coding or blockchain. I don't know none of this stuff, I follow news and current events. This is something that's kind of extra. So For the technical people, you're going to love it. For me, it's fucking torture. It's kind of like when I went to the dentist and then we had a very effed up dental visit on Friday. My teeth, I say we because they worked on my teeth. But, okay, so let's go into this. Let's get into this. Now, what I have is the original. I'm not telling you how I acquired it. That's not important. Maybe it was a person. Maybe it was a group of people that gave me this. Maybe I paid for it. It doesn't matter. I got it. All right. This is the original. I've never seen an original one. Like I said, the white paper, it's always been some kind of bad copy that doesn't have all of it in there and stuff. So mine's going to look different than the other people on the YouTube. So let me try to find this article here. Here we go. Here it is. It has a title. It's called Smart Oracles, a simple, powerful approach to smart contracts. Okay. So we're talking about oracles and smart contracts. I'm not going to read the intro to this. It's a quote from a guy named, I will give him credit. His name is Nick Szabo, Szabo. His name is at the very beginning of this white paper. He studied smart contract kind of things back in 1997 when he made this quote. So I think he started in the 90s, early 90s, as a matter of fact. And for about 7 years or something, he worked on smart contracts. So here we are 25 years later. What Stefan Thomas and Evan Schwartz did, they're the ones who wrote this paper, okay? Those two names on my original white paper, you got Stefan Thomas, one of the early people at Ripple, and then you have Evan Schwartz. I've been in crypto over 2 years. I've watched the top 12 people, in my opinion, for XRP and shit. And the top 12 doesn't always mean the highest viewership, because there's this like rather chunky guy that has like 1 million and he puts out garbage all the time. Now, Evan Schwartz is his name. I'm going to bet money that it's David Schwartz's brother, cousin, whatever it is. Because how do you have two computer coders at the same company in the same office with the same last name? I don't think it's possible any otherwise. You have David Schwartz's brother and one of the founders of Ripple and stuff working on smart contracts and smart oracles. I found that pretty remarkable. Now, in the overview, it says smart oracles. So that's what we're talking about here. You've got smart contracts, and then you have smart oracles. Like Cardano, smart contract, right? But it really needs a smart oracle to really make it work the best. That's cheap, fast, secure, okay? So that's what Codius is. It's like a platform. We have smart contracts and smart oracles to get the job done. It says here, smart oracles provide a simple, flexible way to implement smart contracts, which encode business logic. Listen to this, laws, like all of our laws, I'm telling you, one day are going to be run on the XRP ledger using Codius, all right? The world's laws, all the laws in the world, everything's going on the blockchain through Codius. Smart oracles, now that's what we're talking about here, build on the idea of oracles, or entities that provide smart contracts with information. So smart oracles provide smart contracts with information. I'm going to summarize this so you don't have to hear all. It's a lot. Okay, this includes cryptocurrencies, but is not limited to crypto networks. Yes. meaning law, code law. So Codius is based on the Latin. So code, C-O-D is code, and then eus means law, code law. Now check this out. This is the interesting one. Codius, which uses Google's native client for code sandboxing. I'll explain what sandboxing is. Let me explain what we got going on here. You've got code, and there's trusted code and untrusted code. Now, look, I'm not a computer scientist, and if I butchered up a little, it doesn't really matter, all right? For the people like me, it doesn't really matter. But anyhow, you got trusted and untrusted code, and sometimes people, either due to expense or they're not able to make their own code, they'll go somewhere else and get code to get stuff done. Like you go to buy a program or something, right? Or you go buy a DVD or a CD to put in your computer to watch a movie. You don't want it to have viruses, right? So what Google does is they have something called native client, and it's a sandbox for code. It keeps it all safe, okay? So you can trust it. You need to buy it from them or use different codes to accomplish an objective. Now, I want you to notice something else. Google was an early investor in Ripple. You know that? Google knows exactly what's going on. Part of my conspiracy is I think that David Schwartz, his brother Evan, Stefan Thomas, Arthur Britto, and I think Google have a hand in this Bitcoin invention. I'm kind of thinking that because you got to go way, way back. But and a lot of these people from Ripple, or let's say New Coin, which became Open Coin, which became Ripple, a lot of them just kind of like disappeared. What do you think they did? They just left? No. I think that they've been working on secret stuff like this for a long time, or they're taking care of other parts of, like PolySign or something like that. They're doing things like that. They just didn't leave and go anywhere. So that was part of the first part. It says here, in this paper, we will begin with some definitions and background on the concept of smart contracts. From there, we move into our proposal for smart oracles and describe some of the technical implementation details and the security threat model for the system. In the final sections of the paper, we describe some of the financial and non-financial applications and the greater potential for this approach to smart contracts as a whole. So what we're going to do is they're going to kind of give, in the beginning, a history of crypto and so forth. And then they're going to start getting into all the meat and potatoes in the middle. And kind of near the end of the paper, they're going to talk about how crypto is going to be used. Let me give you an example. I'm going to scroll down. So it's not just for money. I'm still scrolling because it's quite large. Okay. Bridges between value networks. Now, we know XRP is a bridge currency, right? But with Codius, it's going to bridge different ledgers and these kinds of things, so smart contracts can shoot all over the place. It's going to distribute, it says here, distributed networks like Bitcoin and Ripple. I thought that was interesting. They use Bitcoin in here a lot. That's why I'm thinking they kind of invented it. Distributed networks like Bitcoin and Ripple maintain separate ledgers or blockchains that track accounts. And it goes on. So that's one. So financial applications and beyond. So the first one is Codius will be a bridge for the world for all different kinds of things. All right. Escrow. Smart contracts can easily be set up. Cryptocurrency wallet controls. If you remember, I told you there was a company named Ripple Wallet. I don't know what happened. I mean, I'd never heard of it until I started reporting on it. That's all in my video. If you go to my video that's about the SEC settlement, it was about a couple days ago, then you'll hear me talk about some cool stuff like the XRP2 and how they've been the ones, not Ripple. They've been the ones since 2014 spreading liquidity around the world. The secret company that I brought up that I haven't heard any other YouTuber talking about. And some of you guys did some research and we found out some interesting things. But the biggest thing we found out is really nothing. Now I'm getting off on another subject. I'm going to focus on this. You can have auctions for digital assets, derivatives, okay? Debt and equity. That's talking about securities. They're going to handle like the stock market and then the derivatives market, all the money. Smart property. So like your car, it says here, well, I'm not going to get into it, but smart property and then voting. So Codius is going to handle voting. It's going to handle these 8 different areas, okay? Now here's the conclusion at the end. Smart contracts are an exciting new frontier for technology, business, and law. You got it? The whole court system, the whole legal system is going to run on Codius, nothing else. We hope that this paper and our implementation is a contribution towards bringing these concepts to life. Smart oracles combine the idea of an oracle which provides information about the real world with a sandbox code like Google execution environment. It is independent of existing distributed networks such as Bitcoin. Here we go again. And they're calling it a distributed network. Bitcoin. Notice there's no Ethereum in this. There's no Litecoin. There's nothing else. They bring up Bitcoin and Ethereum Bitcoin and Ripple all the time in this, as if they are similar. Kind of makes you wonder, as if they work in a similar way. Because they keep saying such as Bitcoin and Ripple. Some people say that Ripple was the replacement for Bitcoin. Some people say that they created Bitcoin first. And then after they got more advanced, they made Ripple because you could do more stuff with it. Bitcoin was just like ancient. And then Ripple came along to fix it. And I'm saying Bitcoin probably could have been invented, I don't know, in 2000 or in the 90s, maybe. Who knows? Okay, here. The Codius implementation uses Google's native client to sandbox untrusted code. I don't know why they keep calling me. I was just getting there too. The Codius implementation uses Google. So we got Google really, really deep in this. Kind of always wonder, like, did Google even really invent Bitcoin? Maybe it wasn't David Schwartz. Maybe it was Google. I mean, Google invents like the supercomputer and all this stuff. Maybe they did. When I was really studying this stuff, I started thinking that it was some people at Google or Ripple or Ethereum. They all kind of worked together, to make Bitcoin, and then later Ethereum came after that. Like, I don't know. So, Codius uses Google's native client in their sandbox for untrusted code, which enables developers to write contracts in any programming language. It uses determinist compilation, hashes, signed keys, securely identified contracts and modules. Okay. Codius and smart oracles in general. So that's how we know Codius is a smart oracle. Open up new possibilities for developers, entrepreneurs, and enterprising legal and financial professionals. So Codius, like I read off the 7 different things it's going to do, is not just for like Ripple and sending money to banks. It's going to run the whole world. Okay. That's what this is. It's a massive thing that you just really don't hear about, you know? And there's a reason why we all don't know about this project and we don't get updates. They just kind of hushed it for some reason. Smart contracts hold the potential to empower people to build a fair, more affordable, and more efficient legal system. And smart oracles are one of the simplest ways to realize that dream. Okay, there's one last section here. Oh, hold on. I got some cookies put in that cookie jar. I got to back it up here. Okay, man, no. Iron Monk. Much respect to the Hulkster. Only the strong survive. Only the wise prevail. That's why we stay ahead on this channel, so we're not surprised when things happen. We're fully prepared for whatever happens. MetaMan X. Hardware wallet. Faraday bag now. And thanks for your donation to the channel, moderator. Nick Hamilton is back again. Let's see what Nick has to tell us. This has all been planned for a long time. The orchestrated global collapse of the old system to usher in the new system that is already in place. Now, with that little incident that happened with the other show, I was talking about something I'm not going to talk about right now. But on my other channel, I got the notes, but I can't talk about it on this particular platform. But Nick Hamilton is right. The new system is already set up. It's already running. It's already done. I really don't know what we're waiting for. Maybe we have to get all the nations to agree to use it. I don't know. I've done some shows on that. It's politics and people are lazy. The government people, they don't want to implement it, but nothing new under the sun. It's all been written. Weight loss and fitness. Hulk, what is your height and weight? That doesn't regard to the story, but thanks for your donation to the channel. Lloyd Snedden. Let's see what good old Lloyd says. You're hitting the nail on the head. Ripple and XRP all planned out. How funny. Bitcoin comes to life after the 2008 crash. Now that's true. It was real bad, and all of a sudden it comes out then. You know, the white paper, what I'm reading you tonight is white paper. The official white paper for Codius, not the copy or the fake thing, that's the real one. Bitcoin's white paper, when it first came out, said it's going to be a payments crypto. Totally failed at that. Totally failed. That's when the whales were just buying that up like crazy because they know who made it. And then when they realized it didn't work, like, oh, dang, well, we still want to make money off it. So all the early people are just buying that crap up like crazy, pumping it up. And then all the little people like us would start buying it and driving that price up. When it failed, the white paper was designed for a purpose. Bitcoin was designed for a purpose. It did not fulfill that purpose. So they're like, oh, damn. Then they started to call it a store of value. So basically, I guess if you try to play football and you don't make it, then you lie and say, oh, yeah, my back hurt me or my knee or something. I don't know. It's like the same thing. Weight loss and fitness. Will XRP will in any way affect XRP2 will in any way affect the XRP we are currently holding or not? Would they be working on a new version of XRP, thus making ours obsolete? What this question really is about is the fake information going around. And that's because the attorney JH, which I won't mention on my channel, represented a company called XRP2, which was a scam company. So then you get all the Ethereum maxis and the Bitcoin maxis are trying to relate this. So Ripple's been the most transparent company, and we'll leave it at that, because I'm not going to get into all the FUD. I mean, that story's going around. Everybody's reporting on, I'm not going to mention their names, but like, is XRP doomed? All the stations talk. I'm not getting mixed up in that dumb stuff. I've been studying this for 2 years, and it's very clear. Yet a lot of these new people that make videos on certain platforms, and I won't say where, but all these new people, they're maybe TikTok's rock stars. So they come on here and try to make programs and have no idea what they're talking about. Okay. One guy's like, oh yeah, XRP is useless and they're not going to use it. They're going to use quant or something. I'm like, wow, what a fucktard, But, he makes great 2-minute videos. So. And the fact that in every single, look, the XRP is designed primarily to solve the global payments issue. I've already told you, each of the ISOs are going to do a different thing in the financial world. Now, each of the ISO 20022s, there's other ISOs, absolutely. I'm not talking about all the other use cases. ISOs are for all different kinds of things. The ISO 20022, those are for payment type cryptos that moving money, derivative crypto, stock crypto. Then I'll even probably say this, you got the Codius in there. Maybe some of them ISOs are for legal, legal worlds. So Quant is not a competitor. Look, Ripple is fulfilling a certain case. Nobody's doing that better. No other companies are mentioned more times with world banks. Why isn't Quant designing the Australian dollar? Why isn't Quant in England making the pound? Why did Rosie Rios go to XRP and not Quant? See what I'm saying? So quit bringing up FUD stuff from 22-year-old retards making videos, okay? Because it's really, and these other YouTubers are copying him because they need ratings. It's all about ratings, okay? They want to have all this dramatic crap on their channel. Oh, what? XRP is being replaced? Oh, damn, what's going to happen? Like, that's foolishness. These are the same people that talk about aliens and rockets, that we're going to the moon and all this crap, and just all the foolishness are the same people, talking about this. Is Quant taking over in the, what is that, ISO 307? Man, stop with all that crazy shit, all right? Nick Hamilton, bye-bye algorithmic stablecoins. Absolutely. Terra Luna. Hello, SDR-backed ISOs. Now, I can really... Man. The SDR, now that's a good one. They've been kind of a little quiet kind of on this. But I know that these SDRs are going to be backed, and it's digital money. It's going to run on it's going to need a ledger to run on. It's going to need an interledger to run on, isn't it? Something that no other ledger can do. Ethereum can't do it. Ethereum, all I can do is send Ethereum, right? The reason XRP, the reason Ripple, okay, what happened with Ethereum is he slept on Stefan Thomas's couch for 3 weeks, goes back to Canada, Vitalik Buterin, doesn't have a full idea what he's doing, tries to make a blockchain. It was kind of successful at first, but they didn't have the Codius. That's what you need. The smart contracts and the smart oracles. That's why Ethereum has problems. It can't scale, it gets hacked, and this and that, and there's errors or whatever. Then you have a mining issue where what if a certain country has a war? You might lose half your power to compute and make transactions. See what? It's not working. Ripple has fixed all that, okay? So, and they have basically a decentralized exchange. It's what Codius is designed to be is what Ethereum is not. The article, well, Ethereum needs people to, and it needs people. Ethereum's not decentralized. Okay, it's not. They're always messing with it, trying to get it through this, it's not. Codius is designed to have smart contracts and oracles, smart oracles, run the show without anybody. You always hear in the Ethereum project, yeah, we're trying to work this out with Ethereum. See, if you're working on it, it's not decentralized. You just admitted it by saying what you did, okay? The reason I'm reading off Codius is that it's going to be 100%. You got the ledger, which is interchangeable. Okay, we can start off with $1 and shoot at the Mexico and it turns into a peso. Then on top of that, the reason it's better than Cardano will go bye-bye, is that the Codius smart contract, smart Oracle platform will be able to work independently without people. That's the whole design. You won't need a miner. See, Ethereum's not, it's not going to be the price that it is, I'm telling you. Like I said, you always have Ethereum. Maybe it's $5 or 50 or something. Okay. Because it's useful. I mean, Flare's going to run on an Ethereum platform, you know, unless Ripple makes a workaround and stuff. I mean, Ethereum's a good crypto. It has a use, but it's not the best, okay? It's not an interledger. That's why the Codius article doesn't mention Ethereum. It doesn't, okay? So let's move on from that. And I'll get back to that article. Peter Pan, the ESDR will run on the XRP ledger, and there will be a reset of the gold valuation to accommodate the great reset of the financial situation. I really see how that's going. Crypto Cow 22, thanks for your donation to the channel. And they say, Evan Schwartz. Yeah. Okay, let's get back up to here. Now, one thing, I'm going to go to the very end, and I've showed this already. This is for the people that just want the short version of the show, even though my show's never short. Let me scroll all the way down to the end. Conclusion. Acknowledgements. Okay. What I found was interesting is it says this paper was authored by Evan Schwartz, and I think that's like David Schwartz's brother, and Stefan Thomas at Ripple Labs in San Francisco. Special thanks to David Schwartz for pointing out the concept of offline contracts. Now, that's in this particular white paper, which I'm not going over because I didn't really understand it. There was a lot of contributors. This was very interesting to me. They wanted to thank the Ethereum team for giving smart contracts a platform, okay? So the Ethereum blockchain is specially designed for smart contracts, and they introduced thousands of new people to the concept. The white paper also wanted to thank Google and the native client team for their help. So from what we heard of, Ethereum and Google are in really deep into Ripple. Okay, so they're not like enemies or anything. The enemies come from all the Bitcoin Maxi, Ethereum Maxi stuff. That's like all the whales that got in, not the developers. See, the developers of Ethereum and Google and Ripple, they work together. They worked together very closely. So that's why I just find interesting. Like nowadays, you have your Bitcoin Maxi, your XRP Maxis like me, Ethereum Maxi. Everybody kind of split off into their own thing. But in the early days, it looks to me like they kind of work together. I'll tell you what, I'm almost positive Evan Schwartz, David Schwartz, Arthur, but all these guys worked on Bitcoin. I don't know who was, like, they got to know who it is, because I think David Schwartz or something admits in the early days when I was working on the Bitcoin coder, so they must know who it is. So I just thought that was interesting at that point. Now, Charles Looney, keep up the good work, my friend. I look forward to your show every night. Okay, now, thank you for that. I'm going to get into, so now oh, damn, we're already at 40 minutes. Ooh-wee. I definitely need a drink. I'm going to keep this shorter than, I was going to make 2 shows out of this, but I'm not going to. It's just, it's a lot of stuff, okay? It's very complicated, and I'm going to go to the article now, spend maybe 20 minutes on it, and start at code sandboxing. There's all different parts to this white paper. To truly explain it, I really need 2 hours, but I'm not going to take that. I'm going to give you I thought I had a short version here. I'm going to give you the really, really short version. Code sandboxing. So that's a big deal with this Codius. That's different than any other. The heart of smart oracles concept is the ability for users to agree on the code of a contract. So I'm going to send you money because I'm renting your house or whatever. So we got to come up with a smart contract. And when we do that, you get money broken. You get maybe a certain amount for rent, certain amount for electricity or whatever. I want you to imagine something. XRP is like the robot, okay? But it doesn't, but just the shell, the outside. No, it's got everything. It's got the muscles and all the stuff. But what it doesn't have is a brain, okay? That's what crypto is. Cryptos are like a robot, but you take the brain out of it and all the wires and crap, right? And you got all the metal parts and the legs and the hydraulic things to move the arms. But the robot, you could power it with some kind of battery, but it doesn't really know what to do completely. So where Codius comes in, it's like the smart contract and a smart oracle, so it can run on its own. So you don't need to have like a drone, right? It flies in the air, but you got to control it with the camera. The thing that Codius will do is it's automatic and it doesn't need human intervention, so it's truly decentralized, all right? So that's what Codius is and does. And Google provides a sandbox for codes. Let me read up here. There's 4 common methods for sandboxing, which I'm not going to get into. Virtual machines, operating system protection domains, software fault isolation, and capability-based security. Google sandbox for. Okay, this next section is important. Google's native client is a sandbox. Here we go. So what is Google's native client? What is Google doing with Codius? It's so important. Google's native client is a sandbox for running untrusted x86 code, the low-level commands used by most computer processors. Native client makes a number of improvements on top software fault isolation to provide a constrained execution environment that protects users from potentially malicious code. So it looks like Google has codes in a sandbox, I guess you can call it. So you don't have to hire developers or whatever to write code. You can just borrow Google's and know that it's trusted and it's not going to have spam and crap in it. So that's what Google is providing for the world. So in this case, for Ripple, is a place to go, pull out codes that they need that are generic, that they can use them and not have to be paying people to do all this work. I think that's pretty clear. Contract APIs, our next section. Contract APIs. Even though the smart contract code is sandboxed and the functionality is constrained, smart oracles will want to expose specific APIs. Now, an API is an application programming interface, whatever the fuck that is, to the contracts they run. In order to give more granular control over contract functionality, Codius contract authors explicitly specify what APIs they should be able to assess. I'll leave it at that. Some of the stuff I'm telling you, I'm just kind of really gently touching on some of this stuff for me that's very complicated. Multi contract, okay. Multiple host model. Let's okay. Multiple host model. Although the single host model may be deemed adequate, so you have what's called contract hosting. You have the single host and the multiple host, two different kinds of contract hosting. Let's go over the multiple because that was more interesting to me. And it shows you why it's better. Codius is better than anything else. Although the single host model may be deemed adequate for a large number of use cases, scenario that involve high value or low trust, will be served best by multiple host model. So what they do is they get 10 oracles, something like that, and then you got to get like 7 out of 10 of these oracles to agree on whatever procedure they need to do. Then that can be validated and pass. So what Google does is use 10 different oracles instead of just one, like a single. Now I'm guessing, I have no idea. But what I'm thinking, Ethereum, if it has smart oracles and stuff in it, there's like 1 or 2 or something like that, maybe a single one. That's why there's more problems. In this case here, you have a lot of oracles, so you can stop malicious behavior. You can stop hacking and stuff, right? That's why Codius won't be hacked, because it has like a lot of oracles. I don't know how many it has. Here they give an example. Let's say you got 10 oracles. Whereas Ethereum doesn't have these kind of things. So it's more difficult to defend the network, and it costs more because then you got to hire people like miners. Well, the guy that whoever owns the mining facility. Whereas this Codius does it on its own. You wouldn't need like a miner to verify things because the smart oracles help the smart contracts take the crypto to do what you got to do with it. So that's kind of like my made up reason on this stuff, okay? Let me check these comments real quick. See if we had any questions. Wait a second. Crypto Cow, thanks for your donation to the channel. Digital backed gold. Nick Hamilton again. What does our resident Nick Hamilton have to say? I wonder how Ripple got in with all the governments and financial institutions around the world. Think they just went door to door pitching them on the idea? Definitely not. This plan was implemented by something bigger. They have no choice if they want to stay in business. I think it could be a global. I'm really thinking that's what it is. I got to be careful on this channel to get too specific, but it all goes back to the top 5 to 10 richest families, in my opinion. And there's some we don't know about that are in the top 3, but they keep it that way so no one knows. We know some of their names, but I think the really, really powerful ones are the names that we don't know. And like Nick is saying, what I'm going to add to that is I think you've got the top 5 to 10 families in the world. And they invest. They're invested. The one family whose last name starts with an R, which I'm not going to talk about, they're invested in a Ripple. We know this. We looked at their financial investment portfolio thing, and they got money. They're an early investment, in fact, in Ripple. So in my opinion, I'm going to guess that the top 5, they're calling these shots. They know the Federal Reserve System is done. We have a money system based on debt, okay? Where they just print. It's just a train wreck. And the top 5 to 10 families know it's in their best interest to keep this global money kind of stable rather than an all-out nuclear war, because it's just not going to end well for everybody. And I think they knew the system was going to end. They're purposely destroying all the economies around the world because these same families own all the central banks around the world. Is it a coincidence that they're all going bankrupt? How is all these countries? Not possible. It's all planned pandemic, okay? And that's what I think with this Codius thing is they found some smart people and they're like, we're going to make you an offer you can't. That's why they're all non-disclosure agreements, right? Non-disclosure agreements. All these top people, I won't mention their names specifically, but you've seen them, the videos where you ask them a question. Yeah, I can't answer that. Kind of under an NDA. Well, with who? For why? This Codius thing, it's not all talk. Like I'm telling you what, some people have gone over Codius. Absolutely. Okay. But what I'm saying is, we don't know. I don't know anything about it. Like I've been in crypto 2 years. I listen to the top people, not the chunky guy who doesn't know anything. Okay. Or who makes predictions that don't come true. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the very good YouTubers that are XRP-centric channels, very smart people that I've been listening to for 2 years. Never heard anything about Codius, okay? So that's why I'm making this show, so we can kind of dig in a little bit and see what it is, which is a platform for smart contracts and smart oracles, so it can run or it can tell the crypto what to do. Codius is the brains of the crypto and the ledgers and all that stuff. It's the brains. So you have it all. It's like the computers running the world, pretty much. So there's that. Let's see. Yes, Sergeant Starlinks is involved somehow. They're going to help facilitate the global communication of, see, you got to have the world all connected. That's what Starlink will do, is connect the entire world. And what I believe was probably going to be some kind of quantum computer on these satellites, or it's in there somehow. Starlink Stellar Lumens. Oh, damn. 58 minutes. Okay, let me get back to work. I'm getting distracted. We're almost done, like really close. And I'm really butchering this whole, I'm not going over it. I mean, literally, we could spend a week discussing this. I could spend an hour every day for 7 days talking about this shit. I could start from the beginning to the end. I would have to probably kill myself before that happened. Like, I'm not the tech person. I hate crypto, techie. I'm only in this for the money and to help you get rich. That's my whole fucking purpose. I don't think this is fascinating. Oh, crypto's just fast. No, I was ready to like grab something sharp while I'm reading all this shit and just fucking kill myself, all right? I hate studying this shit, but I want you guys to understand what the hell's going on so you know you're in the right place. And when dumb people on different platforms that I won't mention start stirring up FUD and talk about a replacement for XRP. I'm like, wow. And you just started making videos 2 months ago, right? You were the guy on TikTok talking about aliens talking to you or shit like that. And now all of a sudden we're supposed to listen to you as a expert in XRP. Come on, man. Wow. Like, did you even get married? Do you have kids? Do you have a job you supported? Did you graduate college? What have you done to serve your country and to serve your community? Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm not listening to some 22-year-old punk for my financial future. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Financial application. Okay, here's the last part. Then our torture is over. Let me get to this shit. You know, I like to relay this information, but man, if I had to have a job doing this shit for a living, like writing code and oh my God, like just what's my purpose in life? Like I'd seriously OD on, I'd snort a fat line and I'd be out. All right. The last part of this, I kind of discussed it in the beginning. I might get into it a little bit more here. Financial applications and beyond. So what is Codius going to do? That's the final wrap, okay? Bridges between value networks. There's distributed networks like Bitcoin and Ripple maintain separate ledgers and blockchains. Contracts built on smart oracles can create automatic and fully trustworthy bridges between disparate systems. That's what Codius is. I'll repeat that again. Codius is a platform for smart contracts and smart oracles built on that can create automatic and fully trustworthy bridges. There you go. That's why you have like the multi oracle, like the 10 oracles instead of just one. So you gotta, if you're smart, you got to try to outsmart 7 of the oracles or whatever. Okay, that's pretty tough to do. If you're a hacker, you can maybe get 1, maybe 2, but not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That this Codius is safe, secure. Ethereum's not. No, don't. Ethereum will be around, but it's not going to be $5,000, $10,000 around. It's going to be the road that you drive. I mean, we all need roads, right? But it's not going to be this Lamborghini or whatever everybody thinks it's going to be. It's like a slave, and it'll get paid some money, but Ethereum's a slave. The next one is Escrow. Let's see what it's. I'm just going to summarize what it says about Escrow. So smart contracts can monitor exchanges between 2 people. The smart contract would monitor external services like, home ownership records for real estate purchases. Let me explain real quick. If you're in the home business, especially title insurance, closing, if you're in the closing portion or that, which is kind of like the buying portion, closing, you're going to get put out of work. Like probably 70, 80% of the people in that industry. Smart contracts are smarter than you, and they're going to put you out of business, okay? If you're in the title insurance business, you need to really quit your job, get trained to do something else because you're out of a job, especially with title insurance companies. All the titles now are going to be on the blockchain. We won't need you. You're done. Thank you for your great work for all those years you did title insurance. You're fucking done, all right? So smart contracts will take care of the arrangement between buyers and sellers for home purchases. Got it? It's going to be like this. And I know I have a real estate friend. I think I told her a year ago, but I'm like, I don't mean to be mean, but I've been studying crypto and you're out of a job, And because you're going to have, it's all going to go down to where you can go look at a house, click on it, and 3 seconds later, it's all yours and you own it. It's done. There's no more 30 days to close. 6. That shit is over and done. Even like it's already like this where you can put on a headset, you know, like this right there, and I can go tour a home and see what all the bedrooms look like and this and that, and I can probably have it to where they get you out on a drone. You can go up in the air and look around the neighborhood from up high and see. And then if I want the house, because I'm going to be crypto rich, I click that button, and 3 to 5 seconds later, I own that home. The real estate agent is gone. All the title people and all that, gone. Everything's smart contract done. Got it? So that's your future if you're in anything to deal with real estate or title or whatever. Let's see. Derivatives have like what, $1 quadrillion, or it's just, I don't know all the numbers offhand, but it starts talking about Codius is going to handle derivatives, which are like futures, forwards, swaps, options. If you're anybody in that kind of a business, you're going to be out of work, okay? Because the smart contracts can handle all it. If you work for an investment firm, it's probably time that you retrain right now, okay? Because Mr. Codius is taking your job over. Smart property. The classic example of smart property is a car that knows who is its owner, is based on a transferable NFT contract. Smart contracts can be set up to govern the transfer of ownership of your car. Everything's going on a blockchain. Imagine everything that's sold, your homes, your cars, I don't know, art paintings. It's all going to become like tokenized. It says right here, tokenized. It's going to be an NFT, and you buy that shit, and it goes on the blockchain. Codius will validate every single transaction using smart contracts and smart oracles. It's becoming all the money. That's what Codius will do, is be the supervisor of all the money. You won't need people to do this shit. I already told you. It's going to be automatic. With that one sentence says something like automatic, and it's going to be done by the Codius. People aren't going to be necessary. And then lastly, for voting. So politics, when there's all kinds of voting that needs to go on, Codius will do that. Let me check really quick for donations. Nick, wait, hold on a second. What the hell? Okay. Nick Hamilton. I'm just like everybody, like I don't understand all you guys. So thank you for that tremendous 1 hour of just bombs dropping financially. I'm trying to stay focused and serious on the show, and then I got all this stuff like this going on. Like I haven't even added it up yet because I'm gonna just. I'm not. But just I appreciate it, and it just allows me to do what I do, so I don't have to go some stupid part-time job try to find something. I can just make these videos and help people get rich. So it really helps the end goal why I started the channel. Chef Dave, Hulk, you think once assets get tokenized, the big banks and institutions are going to come in and buy up everything on these blockchains? Kind of sounds like it's headed that way. No, I mean, the whole world is going to be on the blockchain. So no more like, I don't know, like we're still kind of early in this, and I don't know how all of it's going to work out. I mean, damn, I'm learning like you. I didn't know anything about Codius until I did the research myself. I mean, I've been studying crypto for 2 years, and I might have heard something on it. And I'm watching everybody, the people that you watch that are, and if they're XRP Maxi type and Stellar Max, these are the people that I've watched. So they never taught me anything about this. So that's why I'm trying to teach you, because I made this channel for what I don't find on this platform. Okay. So It's not that they're going to buy everything. It's just everything will be bought and sold. Like you have a car, you're going to go on the blockchain and deal with that. You won't have to go to, it'll all be done with the smart contract. There'll be no people needed. I mean, I want to buy your car. So I'm the buyer, you're the seller. In between that, there's nobody else. It's all done with smart. That's why they're smart contracts, smart oracles, and you got crypto. You got that set up. It's all you need. Some human is going to probably write the contract in some sort of manner. You plug it in a computer. I don't know. Like we don't know. I don't know how this works. Okay, I know that I push a button and I can fucking call people and text them. That's what I know. I don't know technical shit how that computer's made. So that's how this is going to work, where maybe I put on the virtual reality headset, I'm looking at some dude's car, and then I click the buy button, and 3 to 5 seconds later, it's mine. And due to the smart contract, that automatically sets up a car hauling semi-truck to automatically come to the house, pick up. I mean, it's all going to be done like that. Like, that's how all this is done. So it's going to eliminate a lot of people's middlemen in the middle. And hell, you probably have a truck show up and maybe you just drive your car onto the ramp and the robot, I mean, I don't know, man. Maybe the car fucking drives itself onto the, like I'm just saying, dude, we're starting to get a little too far ahead, but eventually that's where we're going, where the car will be a complete robot. It'll back out of the garage by itself. And I mean, just, I'm telling you, it's how it's all going. People won't be needed as much anymore. So you'll have super, super rich people, and then everybody else is poor. That's how it's going. Darling, Nick is my stripper. Oh, dang, Nick. Nick's probably making a sandwich right now, not knowing that some his customer is giving up the goods. Oh my God. All right, let me check some comments in here. Painted my hardware wallet green. Oh, Mick Furman. Love death robots. Nick Hamilton's like, we like strippers. Oh my God. AJ Smith says Will. Yeah, it's just like the Will Smith movie I, Robot or whatever. They got the self-driving car and all. I'm telling you, it's just like that. Everything's like that. That's what the smart contract stuff. Maybe here's what I'm kind of guessing. They probably have all of the Codius stuff done, but they're probably missing the artificial intelligence that's going to help it do its thing, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking is part of the holdup. Now, maybe they got that figured out too. I don't know. But AI is going to be used in all of this, so to eliminate people. So one can only know. Nick is rich in love. Oh. I'll strip down for cold hard cash. Oh my God. Don't tell people that. One day you're going to be rich, but I never said that. Like, what the hell? Smash the like button. So if you just came in, do this. Unsubscribe to the channel, subscribe back to it. You got to do this at least once a week because these people are dirty. Then you go to the notification section, take it off what it's on and put it on all notifications. If it's on all, take it off and put it back on again. And that'll help you get notified every time I make a show. I mean, I would seriously just check it every week. Okay. Fat facts on robots. Yes. Okay. Like the movie Wall-E. They already have Uber cars that can take you to your destination driverless. Yeah. It's all coming to that. All this smart contract stuff. It's going to eliminate people's jobs. You know, like think if you work in a county clerk recorder's office, you're out of a job. I mean, this whole thing's going to eliminate a lot of people's jobs. I'm just letting you know. It's not looking good for the future. That's why in America, well, now we're getting into a lot of other stuff. I mean, you can't keep having all these people pouring in the country. It's not going to work. You're going to need a highly educated workforce, and because that's everything now. Like I'm working at home, so we got Uber people that are being laid off because the robots are taking over their jobs. So that's the Codius pretty much deal. That's what it's all about. The wealthy and 33 are safe. So that's why I'm teaching y'all to get all this money. Don't try to make money now. That's the last thing you need to do. You're in this kind of a market. There's no money to be made. But what's going to happen? Let's say XRP goes to $1.50. Oh, I already know some dumb people watching the show right now. They're going to go off and try to get into some yield. What goes to $5? I already know there's going to be some dummies out there. The minute it hits 5, oh yeah, Chris, well, yeah, we're going to hold. Then it goes to $5, man, you sell out like a cheap hooker, right? And you're going to try to sell some off or do some stake. Oh, I can make some staking right now and get some interest. Then you're going to get wrecked. That's how it goes. Just keep it all locked up. That's all you got to do. Garrett Cox says, just keep accumulating and put in wallet. Exactly right. Okay, I think that'll do it for today. My throat is gone. No, we've got to stay here with Hulk and learn how to rise above. Spelling B. Money comes and goes, folks. Good, kind folks. They're hard to come by. Hulk is one of them, and we take care of him. Thanks, Hulk. Well, I appreciate that. Nicholas M. Hey, it's just rough out there, and you just need a solid program to learn from, so you don't start doing dumb shit. That's why I make the program. Don't try to outsmart the market. Don't do a fucking thing. Just listen to the program. You'll be A-okay. All the scary shit, I'm going to hear all kinds of things. An alien came out of the sky and said XRP is no good. And you know what? You get people that's going to sell XRP. And I'm like, are you serious? That's what's going on now. All right, I'll see you in my next program probably tomorrow evening. I don't know if I'm going to do a research or news. I'll have to figure that out, but I'll see you in the next one.